What's going on, Conquistadors? It is Scotty the Chunky Spaniard. Welcome back to Round Like Me. Sorry for the late posting today. Been busy. That's all I can say. Filming in my backyard. We got one kid who's super sick at home. We got two others that are very loud. And so I thought, well, why not just film in my backyard and see how that goes. It's sunny. Just got done working in the yard. You know, doing all the stuff that you have to do when you're a homeowner. But today's episode, as you may have noticed from the thumbnail, maybe you didn't notice, well, it's probably in the title, right? But it's all about getting out of your comfort zone. As you saw in the thumbnail, no hat, and I was on a little kid's plastic tricycle. Not as cool as the big wheel. The big wheel was the one that I had when I was a kid, and I didn't have the cool one with like the handbrake on the side. The only way you could brake was either like skidding or drifting or running into something. But today we're going to talk about getting out of your comfort zone because that's important. So what are you going to do this week to get out of your comfort zone? If you're vicariously living through other people, YouTubers, stuff like that, you need to get out. You need to go do something. Live your life for you because you only get one. So what did I do that got me out of my comfort zone this weekend? Just yesterday, Saturday. Oh man, had a date day with my wife, and she's like, let's go to lunch. And I was like, cool. So I was thinking of all our usual spots that we usually go. Usually we'll go like barbecue or, you know, some good Mexican food, something like that. But she wanted to go to this particular restaurant. We had some gift certificates that I had gotten from students, and she wanted to go to this particular restaurant. Now, for me, this specific restaurant, I'm not going to name names because it was delicious, but it's one of those places that instantly makes me uncomfortable. Now, let me explain. I used to play music a lot, and one of the other bands I was in not too long ago called Balarios. It was a combination of last names. My buddy Andrew, his last name is Balechi. My last name is Larios. We combined it to make Balarios. And so we were an acoustic duo. Basically, we did a lot of Jason Mraz covers. And we got asked to play a lot of places where we lived. And at this one shopping center in particular, think Irvine Spectrum, just on a little smaller scale. But the same company built the same company that built the Irvine Spectrum built this shopping center as well. And this restaurant, we would see this restaurant, and I would see it when we were loading up our gear after we were done playing on the weekends outside. And the people that were going into this restaurant were not people that I would normally hang out with. It was more of like an early 20s, like college, you know, club scene. Like every time I'd see the people waiting outside, in my head, it was like I heard the and you know, like they had the bedazzled jeans on the back pocket and like collared button-down shirts. I only wear collared shirts when I teach because I have to, but that's not my scene. My scene is, let's go to, I'd rather eat at a little pub than at a, you know, fancy sports bar. And that's what this place kind of is. It's kind of an upscale, fancy sports bar with a lot of, you know, selections of beer and various items like that. But we had the gift certificates. I felt that anxiety building up inside. It made me super nervous. I was very uncomfortable, even though it was the middle of the day. I didn't know how to dress, I didn't know how I was gonna act, I didn't know how people would perceive me. And I know what you're thinking, man, Scotty, you're like the coolest. Just kidding! So dorky. But, I mean, look, I'm wearing a Rick and Morty, like, Blink-182 album shirt. But needless to say, I was still uncomfortable. I went because I needed to get out of my comfort zone. And there are two areas of my life that I normally don't have much fear when I'm getting out of my comfort zone, and you may have those areas as well. My two areas are when I'm teaching and when it comes to music. For some reason, I've been more fearless when it comes to my job in music than I have in any other area of my life. I was always that kid that was very hesitant on a lot of stuff. Even when I first started skateboarding, super hesitant. And, but music, I mean, one of the bands I got into in college was because I saw in a newspaper article that this local band was possibly looking for a saxophone player, and just happened to have one of the guys in my class. And one day after class, I was just bold and walked up and said, "Hey, I'm the sax player you guys need." And he was like, "Whoa, okay, show up to practice." And it worked out, and I played with this band for a while. And they ended up moving to San Diego and getting signed, which was great for them. I continued my education. This other band that, well, Poor Man's Poison, that just happened by chance. And the fact that I was bold enough to say, "How about you guys let me play with you?" They were these amazing musicians. They said, "Sure, why not?" And it turned into this prosperous little mini career. I was on 2 albums. I got to help write and record some songs on the last album. I even got to help finish tracks on the last album. Some things that I had always dreamed of doing happened because I was fearless. And now I'm not talking about fearless with like dangerous things, but sometimes it's very important to step out of our comfort zone. So went to this restaurant. We walk in, and you know that feeling, even though it's probably not a happening, where you feel like everyone is staring at you? That's what I was feeling. So I sit down. Sure enough, we run into a couple that we know. Kind of set me a little more at ease because they're a couple that's more our speed, kind of our vibe, just real chill. And the food was delicious. Will I go back? Probably, because we still have like almost $50 on a gift card, but that's the only reason. If I didn't have to, I probably wouldn't go back. But it pushed me, it stretched me. It's very important to push yourself and stretch yourself. So my charge to you, if I was like a motivational speaker, my charge to you. I feel like I'm running for office, like moving my hands, and like if I had the hand up like this is what we're going to do. Okay. I think anybody, my 4-year-old would probably be a better politician than some of the people that we have in office right now. But he'd be like, "Cheesy goldfish for everybody, okay? And juice boxes." Which I think that might bring a little more peace to our world if everybody just had some free goldfish and juice boxes. But what are you going to do this week? What are you going to do to step out of your comfort zone? You're going to raise your hand in class. You're going to be bold and talk to the teacher about your grade. You're going to go talk to that girl or that guy that you've been wanting to talk to. And I'm not talking about shooting them a message or a text. I'm talking about actually talking to them. Human contact. What can you do in your world? Because I don't know all of your worlds, but what can you do in your world to step out of your comfort zone and stretch yourself and maybe expand your world just a little bit more? And who knows, something great might happen, like in my teaching career or in music. I got to be in a couple amazing bands. So that's it. Just a short, quick one. Step out of your comfort zone this week. Do something different. Be a little bold. Sounds like a barbecue sauce commercial. Now I'm thinking about barbecue. Oh man, that sounds so good. Some tri-tip, some barbecue tri-tip or some brisket. Yeah, this chunky Spaniard needs some of that stuff. Step out of your comfort zone this week and let me know in the comments. Tell me, what did you do to step out of your comfort zone? How did you grow as a person this week? Remember, Conquistadors, be a better person tomorrow than you were today, and I'll see you next time on Round Like Me when we have a Tunes on a Tuesday, and I'm super stoked. I'm always excited. I mean, research is so tough for this. Come back on Tuesday when we talk about a new single that came out a few weeks ago and a power group that is one of the best bands out there today. I'll see you next time on Round Like Me. Be good people. Push yourself, stretch yourself a little bit this week, step out of your comfort zone, and smile at someone. Open a door. Be kind. Make this world a better place, because you know you can make your world, your sphere of influence better just by being a better you. I'll see you next time. Bye.